Hey y'all, what's shaking? It's me, SoulSisterShelley, back with another Wisdom Wednesday. Barely made it, y'all, barely made it. My gosh, is it midnight Cinderella? So, I'm so sorry, I had major technical difficulties. It is 11:45, so it is almost midnight Cinderella. It is Wisdom Wednesday, so we're shaking. It's late, it's Wednesday. I've got to stop doing this, y'all. I get up at 4:30 in the morning, no joke. I get up at 4:30 a.m. on a reg. So this is super, super late for me. I just had a friend leave, so I'm sorry for getting started so late, but here I am, better late than never. So, hey y'all, I got something to talk about. So on this Wisdom Wednesday, I'm gonna get right on to it. I want to talk to y'all about settling. That's what I'm going to talk to y'all about tonight. Settling. Anybody settle out there? Never settle. Y'all, Miss Shelley says, never settle. Do y'all settle? What do you say? Why are we settling? Why do we settle? Why don't we settle for the bullshit? Why are we settling? Anywho, that's what we're going to talk about tonight. But real quick, if you are on here live, please, right now, please, and thank you, hashtag it live. Hashtag live, and if you're watching the replay, hashtag replay, all right? It's not complicated. If you don't know what hashtag is, the pound sign on the old school telephone, pound. Hi, Craig. Hey, Colleen. Girl, it's about to get epic. Because this and this are right in alignment right now. Yeah, so I'm going to talk about settling with y'all. And yeah, I know I look like I'm all matchy and stuff, and I am. And that wasn't planned except for the fact that I had a dinner meeting tonight. I came home in this, and this looked good, and I was like, whatever, let's run with it. Let's go with it. So let's talk about not settling. Never settle. Two words tonight, y'all. I want to talk to y'all about never settling. Any of you settle out there? Settling like, hey, I'm just going to settle for just getting by. That's a country song. Facts. Hey, y'all. But yeah. We are all settling. And let me tell you a little backstory why this is on my mind and my heart tonight. And I did make it on Wisdom Wednesday. Yeah. 11:45, but I made it. I won't get into why I'm late. Better late than never. So I was at a dinner meeting this evening, and for those of you, I have people watch me in different places and cross country and around the world, what else? If you don't know, I live in a place that gets snow. And I didn't used to. So I'm used to sometimes, hey, Jamie Morris, what's up, girl? Ron, hey. So I was outside shoveling snow earlier. We got all our snow yesterday in the great state of Ohio in the United States of America. And I was outside shoveling my snow earlier. And for all of you that shoveled snow, whoever is in the Midwest, we got just slaughtered in the U.S. But if you wait a day, it turns out it's settles. And I didn't even mean to even say that, but yeah, it was a little bit more difficult today than it would have been yesterday. And I was out there and, I went out and I'm shoveling the snow, and instead of going out and being like, I can't believe I gotta shovel this snow and this sucks and whatever, it's all settled and stuff, I was thinking to myself, this is the thought that I had. I was glad that I was able to shovel the snow, and that I'm not going to stay here much longer. I'm getting ready to move, and I was like, I'm glad I'm not settling for this anymore. I'm glad I'm not settling. And Colleen, girl, I don't know. I can't tell when people come on and drop off because the numbers and stuff. You on here, girl, you know what I'm talking about because you about to, you and Chris trying to go to Destin, right? So you're like, I don't want to settle for this anymore. I'm not settling for this. Never settle. So when I was at my dinner meeting this evening, the topic got brought up. So, hey, I see you're moving. And I'm like, yeah, sure am. And they said, why'd you stay here so long? Y'all wait for it. Y'all know what my answer was. Hey, Connie. I was like, because I settled. Which is what I talked to myself about all night, because the conversation went a little bit further. It was like, why did you settle? Why'd you settle for staying there? And we always have our reasons for why we settle for what we settle for, be it where we're living, or, our unhealthy relationship, or the job we don't like, or anything where we've got a standard, but yet we've settled. Here's our standard, but yet we're gonna settle. And I wondered to myself, I thought to myself as I was driving home tonight, why do we settle? What happened along the way? Because when we're kids, we dream big. We don't settle. Like, you get up in front of a classroom. I'm a teacher. I've been a teacher for a long time. You get kids to get up in front of a classroom and you ask them what they want to be, or when you were a child, if you could remember when, you were asked what you want to be. Nobody stands up and says like, well, I just want to grow up and be average. I just want to be mediocre when I grow up. We don't want to settle for that. We want to be astronauts and doctors and lawyers and professional athletes and teachers and, whatever your line of work is. Nobody just gets up there and says, you got to read a report and like, when I grow up, Miss Shelley, I just want to be mediocre. I'm going to just settle, right? So why do we settle? We choose to settle. And we get in these places in our life and we're just sitting there just stagnant, and we make excuses, don't we? Do you all, can anybody relate to this, where you say like, you ask somebody how they're doing, they say, oh, I'm getting by. Or are you happy in your job? Are you happy in your relationship? Oh, it's okay. It's okay. It's not what I thought or had hoped it to be, but it's okay. Hey, Justin. Yeah, it's okay, because we just decide we're going to settle. And here's what I want to talk to y'all about what a travesty that is. And if you're in that place, trust me, I get it. I've been there, done that. And I have so many friends that like the conversation I was having, it was a business meeting, but there were 6 of us, and I look around and I think to myself, like, man, there's so many people not happy. Like, why is everybody just settling? You weren't designed to settle. You weren't we're not put on this earth to just settle and live like a average life. You're not supposed to wake up in the morning and just be okay. Just okay is not enough. Just okay is not enough. Thank you for the love, y'all. Hashtag live if you're on live. Hashtag replay. If you're on replay, Jamie says, I think about that all the time, especially when you're our age. Thank you, sis, and achieve your goals, but then think what's next. Love that. Girl, I was thinking about this to speak to that, okay? So this is my girl from high school. We ran track together. I'm actually going to make a track reference, because when I was impromptuing in my head earlier, I was thinking about it, because we always have these dreams. This is where I'm going with this. Where do we get told? When and where do we get told that it's okay to settle? And this is what I believe, and I mean it from an undergrad in psychology point, as a teacher's point, as a child that this might get a little too deep. This should be for my YouTube channel. But and when you grow up in environments that weren't as nurturing as maybe they should be, you grow up, you're built to have dreams. But if you have people in your life, it could be parents or teachers or significant others, people that you're building your worldview around, that are saying that you're hoping to do something, because we have all these hopes and we have all these dreams when we're younger, and you're hoping for something, and you get told, literally, point blank, in quotes, don't get your hopes up. Now, in anyone else's defense, and we all do the best, like even as a parent, as myself, I say we do the best we can with what we have to work with. So that's why I don't ever project blame or whatever, but don't get your hopes up. And when they say don't get your hopes up, it's like, why do they say don't get your hopes up? They say don't get your hopes up because they don't want you to get what? Hurt, right? Hurt. Almost like, I'm like thinking to myself earlier, I'm like, hurt, like what? Don't touch the hot stove. Don't get your hopes up that it's not hot. But that's not what they're thinking. They're thinking they don't want you to get hurt, like emotionally hurt. Don't get your hopes up like, oh, I want to try out for cheerleading. Well, this is a great example. Look, this is a prime example. Colleen, if you're still on here, Jamie, you'll know it. Like, senior year of high school, never cheered. And why would you try out for cheerleading? Don't get your hopes up. That's what I got told. Don't get your hopes up. You haven't cheered all through high school. Why would you get your hopes up? And they didn't mean it because they didn't support me. They meant it from an angle of they didn't want me to be disappointed. They didn't want me to be disappointed. They were trying to protect me. You know, people try to protect us. So they say, don't get your hopes up, you know. But what we don't realize, and if you are a parent and you have children, or if you work with children, this is something that you should think about, because when you say, you think you're guarding them when you say don't get your hopes up. But when you say don't get your hopes up, what you're really saying is it's probably not going to happen. So go ahead and squash that dream. And that's why we start settling. We start settling at such an early age. We start settling for like mediocrity and average. And, you know, we continue in through our lifespans, like Jamie was just saying, like you get to where you're an attorney, correct? Am I right? True. Thank you, Jamie. I mean, that's not easy. I mean, I took the LSAT, girl. That 8-hour test is no joke. That just to even get into law school is no small feat, let alone to go through the 3 years, correct? 3 years, and then pass a bar? Are you kidding me? To strive to be like what you thought you'd be, and then you go like, oh gosh, like, is this what I was meant to do, or is this where I am? You know, what? I know you are, girl. I'm super proud of you too. I need to talk to you, by the way. I need to talk to you. I'm gonna reach out to you. But yeah, so we just end up settling. And this is why I'm so like, oh gosh. Like I said, I was having technical difficulties tonight. Y'all have no idea what this setup looks like around here. I wish I like a second camera person that would show y'all what is happening in this room right now. But so yeah, get back to it. Why I want to talk about not settling is because when I sit around, you know, if you follow me, or if you don't, I will, girl. If you don't, like, please, you know, set for notifications and stuff, because there are things going on in my head that it just like, I have so much momentum right now that it's the train. Nobody can stop a train. And this message is going right there with that train thing. What we end up doing is when we settle, we disappoint ourselves, because what we're saying when we settle is that we do not deserve any better than what we have decided to settle for. That's why the lesson from Miss Shelley, Soul Sister Shelley tonight, is never settle. Don't settle, because what ends up happening is you disappoint yourself, and then that turns into regret, okay? And when you turn into regret, then you just wondering, you might be there now. And trust me, I get it. That's why I get on here and run my mouth about this kind of stuff, because I've thought about all the times I've settled. I literally, y'all might think this is crazy, kind of weird, but I got in my feels once I got home. I had a good girlfriend that passed away over the summer. Thank you for the love. I appreciate that. Yeah, hey, if anything resonates with you, show me some love. Please show me some love. Y'all know where that button is. Y'all know where that button is. But anyways, my girlfriend, I had a girlfriend that passed away over the summer. We're coming up on a year that she passed away. And this chick was no joke. Like, she was older than me. She had like 10 years on me. She died young. She's in her 50s. I got a picture of her. She's down in my office. And went down and talked to her tonight. You know, call me crazy. I don't care. It wouldn't be the first thing I was called. Have you met me? But yeah, I went down and I got her picture, because this chick for so many years, so say, so my mid 30s to like, I was, you know, early 30s to my late 30s. Yeah. See, she would always say to me, she'd get so frustrated with me, because this is like a no nonsense chick. She didn't settle for nothing. Nah. She had a standard. She had a bar. you either leveled up to that bar or anything that she was doing. It wasn't about just people. It was anything that she was doing. She had a standard and she kept it. She never settled. And she watched me go through so much bullshit. And she would sit me down. She was like a big sister to me. And she'd sit me down and she'd be like, why are you doing this? Why are you settling? Like, why do you settle? Why do you put up with this stuff? Why do you do this? I went and got her picture tonight, and I have it here. I said, I went downstairs and I was talking to her, been doing a little bit of prayer meditation before I came on live. Like, give me a word to drops, because somebody needs to hear this. Somebody needs to hear this. Hey, JT Hicks. JT Hicks, I'm you. JT Hicks calls me Tigger. I am fired up tonight. Like straight up out the box. Somebody should lock me in a closet, fired up. I don't even know why. I love the number of people that are on live right now, because that's like infinity. You're limitless. Anyway, so I went down and got her, and I said to her at the end of it all, you want to go be on my live with me tonight? I brought her up. And there we are. Can y'all see that? Yeah, you probably can't. My ring light's like screwing it up, but what else? It won't focus. Anyway, yeah. Oh, hey, hold on. Maybe if I put her around my heart. Anyway, so that's me. That's her. This chick all the time was like, stop settling. Stop settling for the BS. Like, you're above it. Why? But, in our defense, and your defense, and my defense, we're unhappy in our circumstances, but there are so many things that limit. We have these limiting beliefs. Like, I think a lot of times, first of all, that is fear. You're comfortable where you are because, you're going to settle because it's comfortable. It's comfortable. And I get that. I've done it for a long time. But, unless you jump, you can't fly. Right? Unless you jump, you can't fly. And there's such freedom in flying. And I say that from a person that it took a lot to dig myself up out of the I am done settling. I'm done with it. There is more to life, and our life is short. Comfort zone, hard to get out of. Yes. And thanks, Vince. I'm so entertaining. I appreciate that. But yeah, Jamie, comfort zone. You get in your comfort zone. It's just like you're on your warm, fuzzy blanket with your little fuzzy socks on, and it's COVID, and there's snow outside, and you ain't leaving. I want to bounce. I mean, I wanted to leave Ohio, y'all. Hi, Justin. I've wanted to leave Ohio, and I understand life gets in the way, so don't get me wrong. I'm not saying quit your job and, just straight up bounce or give up on A, B, C, D, or E. The list goes on. I'm not trying to say that. I'm just saying that sometimes we should reevaluate our situations, and I'm encouraging you all. That's why I'm on here tonight. And thank you, Vince. Inspiring as hell. I love you, man. Mwah. Thank you. I'm just encouraging you all to, sometimes you need somebody to shake the shit out of you and be like, what are you doing? You deserve better. That's what I mean. My girlfriend, that's why I brought her up, because that's what so resonated with me. I'm like, I was saying, why did I? Oh gosh, and the list could go on and on. I don't have time for it on a Wisdom Wednesday. That's why I started a YouTube channel. But, just shoveling the snow and deciding I was going to finally move was I'm just not going to settle for this anymore. But I have settled for a whole lot of things for a very long, long, long time. And we're afraid to move. Number one, we're afraid to move, afraid of failure, which that's a whole nother, I've talked about it a lot on my lives, but I don't know why we have such a negative connotation to failure. Failure should be, we look at failure and that's once again going back to our childhood. Don't you dare dream or hope for things because you don't want to be disappointed, and don't you dare fail, because gosh, if you fail, you're what? A failure. To me, I've learned in life, and I feel like I've taught my children this, but failure is just a catalyst. Failure is a catalyst that is a springboard. It's a springboard that is the catalyst to a better life. Use it. Use your experiences, your quote unquote failures as a catalyst to facilitate that moves you forward. It's not even a failure, but we look at it like it's such a negative thing. Like, why isn't it just a learning experience? Why is it gotta be so like, oh my God, I failed? Like, oh my God, I failed. I mean, I could talk about so many times I failed. I took, like I was saying earlier, I took the LSAT and I did well on that, but I got up here to Ohio a decade ago. I took the state insurance exam. I had a real estate license in Alabama. I had gotten into law school. I graduated with honors from college, and I took the freaking insurance license exam here in Ohio and failed it twice. You can only take it 3 times. It was the 3rd time that I passed. Failed it twice. And, I guess, I'm sure I was back at that time like, oh my gosh, I couldn't believe I failed. I'm sure I was. I know by the 3rd time I was like, holy crap, I can't fail again. Like, how in the heck did I fail? Like, why didn't I just get the memo that maybe insurance wasn't for me? Because guess what? I got the license, I worked for State Farm, and I did it for a year. 1. Oh no. So maybe that was the universe just telling me, it was trying to redirect me. Like, this isn't for you. Like, what are you doing? Because guess what? I was in like an 8x8 office at an amazing boss. He might see this, if he sees this, like, Justin, I love you. It was amazing. State Farm is amazing. But I was in 8x8 box, and as you all can see, I've got hella energy. So to put me in an 8x8 room, day in and day out, making phone calls, trying to sell insurance, which I did all right with it. I did good, but nah. So maybe when I failed the first time, I should have been like, redirection. Just redirection. But we don't. And, we're just so afraid, and we continue to settle, and, we're not designed. We're designed to, thank you, Vince. Hey, Tim. Hi, Ryan. We're designed to live abundantly. Abundantly meaning like we are created to be happy, to wake up every day of our life and just want to do what we want to do and go where we want to go and follow our passions and follow our purpose and follow our heart. But we just settle. It's tragic. I'm on here to tell you all it's tragic. And if you're in that place that I can so vividly relate to, don't settle. You deserve better. You were designed to chase your dreams. Your dreams are given to you for a reason. They're put in like those crazy things that you can't even explain to anybody else, and you're not meant to, because they're not anyone else's dreams. They're yours. You can't even explain them to people. I mean, I can tell you right now, as much as my journey has been for the past 2 decades, and in particularly in the last year, on your timeline. Here's the thing. I talk about trains a lot. I have an affinity to trains. I love trains. Like, I think trains are so powerful. I always say, like, yeah, nobody, that's like a whole Soul Sister Shelley thing. Like, hey, yeah, Soul Sister Shelley, jump on. Like, nobody can stop a train. Because here's the thing about a train. And there's a quote that actually goes kind of synonymously with this. Like, you don't have to be great to start, but you have to start to be great. And that reminds me of like a train, because, oh man, I'm in this thing. I'm moving I don't know what's going to happen right now, but listen, I got to stand up for like a visual. Here's the teacher in me. Okay, so when a train starts, y'all, right? You got a train. The conductor just, boom, push a button and the train just takes off. I mean, we're not talking like a tram at Disney or the Atlanta airport, right? No, trains don't start. They don't start fast, right? It doesn't matter where you are. If you're settling and you're thinking like, oh, I don't even know where to start, Shelley. I don't even know where to start. Yes, Jamie, you have to be in a place that makes you happy. And if you're not happy because you're settling, you just got to start. And I know it's scary. Trust me, I get it. Oh my gosh, I get it. That's like, I get it. You just got to start. But the hard part is starting, because when you got a big ass train that's super powerful, that's got a ton of potential, like anyone that is listening to me right now does, if you're not happy and you think, I've been settling, well, here's my point. If you are having a tough time getting started, the tougher it is to start, here's my analogy. The more potential you have, because the bigger, you got a big ass train. Y'all ever seen a train start? Doesn't it start slow, right? It's just like, it's slow. Like, it's hard to get it moving. It's hard to get it moving. But once that daggone train gets moving, y'all, and it gets started down the tracks, and it starts getting, what do we call it? Momentum, right? You start getting momentum. Nobody can stop the train. You just got to get the train started, because then you're like, and then it's like, I mean, like, get the heck out the way. Then you're like, you're telling everybody. It's kind of the zone I'm in right now. I'm like, hey y'all, get out my way. Like, get on the train or get out my way. But I'll tell you what, this did not happen overnight. It was not like somebody just pushed the button. It was, we all have such latent potential, because we all settle. And I mean it, I don't mean just on dreams. We settle for example, my example is, I settle for just living here. Just like, and I made there was always some other reason I stayed another year. And till my father actually said to me at one point, like, basically, you're always going to continue. There's always going to be something. Yeah, Jamie, move out the way. Choot, choot, coming through. Hey, it's like our shuttle hurdle relay team. That's like train earlier. Girl, when I was doing, okay, she's the only one that gets this. When I was doing train earlier, I was like walking around the house going train, and then I started going like this, and I laughed, girl, because I was like, oh shoot, am I running hurdles or am I train? Coach Duckworth, I hope you watch this. I should tag you in this. Yeah, I was like, 1, 2, 3. Anyway, all right, sorry, I digress. Anyway, so yeah, we all have this latent potential. Oh, now I'm getting into like energy and physics and stuff, because you're just sitting there, you're settling. You're sitting there settling. Hi, Maren. Hi, Maren. I should what? Tag Coach Duck, Jamie? Is that what you're saying? It's funny, because there's a lapse in like what I say, and then when comments come up, I've had to get really used to that. But yeah, so please, y'all, don't settle. If you have fallen under my tongue tonight, or any other time that you're hearing this, like replay, or if you know somebody that you're frustrated with you, maybe it's a brother or a sister or a husband or wife or son or a daughter or a colleague or a friend or a best friend, you're like, I've been trying to tell them don't settle. Like, spread this word, because truth is, a lot of times we're settling because nobody's telling us that we shouldn't. And it sometimes we need somebody. I mean, daggone, my bestie, who's now an angel in heaven looking over me. She's probably so proud of me right now, but at the same time, she probably just SMH, like shaking her hand. I was telling her for that for years, like she didn't need to settle, but we don't. We don't need to settle. You just got to get started. It is not easy, but I'm telling you, it's worth it. You're worth it. You deserve it. Stop settling for those circumstances you're in you don't like, the situation you're in you don't like. There's this job a job you wanted to apply for, you haven't done it yet. You know, that girl or that guy you want to go after, you know, like, don't settle for like being unhappy or lonely or not in the most, whatever your heart desires is there for a reason. And if you're settling for some other bullshit, be it a bullshit relationship, a bullshit job, bullshit circumstances, the world is your oyster, friends. That's all there is to it. And life is so short. If you think about how long we're here, you know, there's a poem I have in my bathroom right around the corner called The Dash by Linda Ellis that I have memorized. But like literally, in the grand scheme of things of life, we're all here like this snippet, like one little, probably about as big as my big nose. Snippet. Your life is a dash. There's a beginning, there's a date, and there's an end. And there's a lot of stuff that happens in between, granted. Make your dash worth it. Stop settling. Thanks, Amber. Hi, girl. Oh, you gotta watch this replay. Yeah. It's like 3 days of pent-up energy with little Miss Bama, but yes. Hey, welcome back, by the way. Oh, wow, I looked at your pictures from Tennessee. I miss the good times, sis. Anywho, yeah. Stop settling. Never settle. And if you're settling because self-worth's a whole nother conversation for a whole nother day. That's a I am a rising phoenix conversation. That's a YouTube channel. That's write a course about it, Shelley. But let me be the one to tell you, you are worth it. You do deserve it. And you can do it. You can do it. You can do it. You can do it. Stop settling. Stop settling. Life's too short. You don't want to be sitting around your bed on your last hours with all your ghosts of dreams and regrets standing around you. That's kind of graphic, but truth. Standing there going, why didn't you chase me? Why didn't you reach out to me? Why did you let me die with you? And your answer's going to be, you're going to look at him and be like, my bad, because I settled. Don't do it. Nah. You have something to offer the world. We all do. If you woke up this morning, you're vertical, you're breathing, you have something to offer the world. And if you're not happy with your life and your circumstances, guess what? You have the ability and the control, and it is 110% within you to change it. So don't settle. How long was that? Like, I got a fingernail missing. I got an appointment tomorrow. That's real talk. I'm looking like a gypsy. I had on some amazing, I ain't gonna get into all this. I did have on some like real, I had on my girls, these were her earrings. She had like, anybody that knows her that'll watch it, she had like, I don't even know, she probably had 8 or 10 piercings on each side. She didn't only not settle, she was so authentic to the core that she was just so authentically her. She was an inspiration to me. She was an inspiration to me, but yeah, I had these bad boys on earlier looking like super gypsy-like. Yeah. But I did take them off. I literally took them off before I came on live because as beautiful as I think they are, and I don't really care about anybody else's opinion, but I thought that I had an important message to give you all, and I felt like they were distracting. And I was like, I need people to listen to me because what's coming out of my mouth is more important than my gypsy earrings. So there you have it. All right, friends. Wow. Well, like I said, if you watch live, please hashtag live. Hi, Jake. What's up, bud? I swear to goodness, I say it all the time, and I mean it. I get so thrilled when I see people from back home on my lives or when I go through comments because I'm just like, I don't know. It just takes me back to, I swear I fell asleep for 20 years, y'all. If y'all eventually get to know my whole story, I'm working on a whole lot of projects, but yeah, I feel like I left high school and then I fell asleep for 20 years and I just woke. I just woke. So thanks, Jamie. I will, sis. I swear to gosh, I will. Yeah, I'll send you my number and let's reconnect. I know you're doing great things. You're genius. All that genius energy, but yeah, I want to reconnect with you. But so I love you guys and thank you for listening to me. Thank you for being with me. If you have not joined my group page, I am a Rising Phoenix. I am a 3 separate words, Rising Phoenix. You can only have up to on a personal page on Facebook. You can only have up to 5,000 followers, and I ain't settling for that. And that ain't the ego talking either. I'm like, I gotta reach more people than 5,000. Are you kidding me? There's 7.5 billion people on the planet. So I'm moving everything. I'm trying to gradually move everything over to a group page. And I'm building some courses on gratitude and the power of positive thought and stuff like this, like not settling, y'all, not settling. So if you haven't joined it, please join it. I do have a YouTube channel as well. It's not really built, but hey, listen, if you want to be an A1 from day one, get on it. It's SSS, 3 S's, and my name is Shelley with an EY. So SS, Shelley with an EY is my YouTube channel. I do have a PayPal account because this is my full-time, full-on now. I walked away from teaching because I still feel like I'm teaching, and I'm also building courses for adolescents and relationship education for teens. So, yeah, I decided I wasn't going to settle. It's not that I wasn't happy with what I was doing. I just decided that I was settling for just reaching my immediate circle, and I was like, you know what? Go big or go home, Thompson. Go big or go home. So, yeah, I do have a PayPal account. If anything that I said resonated with you, every bit counts. $5 even, because listen, right now, when I was saying earlier, if you all saw what was going on around here, it's fabulous. I mean, it's fabulous in the sense that my ring light wasn't working earlier when I said I had technical difficulties. I had to get electrical tape out, y'all. Real deal. And so my ring light right now, ring lights are $40 or whatever, but I had, you can get nicer ones. But, yeah, my cell phone quit on me. My speaker quit on me. I had to get another cell phone. I got it through insurance, but I got an iPhone 8. I want an 11 or something because I want the camera. Is it really about quality or is it about the message? I get that totally and completely, but come on, let's be honest. People don't stop when they're scrolling unless they're seeing something that's worth stopping on. And then if you got something to say, then it's the extra mile. But yes, so my whole ring light, I wish I could turn the camera around and show y'all. It is so... I might just take a picture of it so that I can remember this day. It is so wrapped up in electrical tape because it's broken. It fell over. It fell over and the ring light broke off the pole. There's the story. All right. So, yeah. Hashtag live. Hashtag replay. PayPal account. I am a Rising Phoenix if you want to join my group because I'm going to eventually not do lives on this my personal page anymore. And What was the last one? Oh, I have a YouTube channel, but so if you want to be an A1 from day one. I love you guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. Thanks for listening to the end. I'm sorry if no, I'm not. You know what? I always say that. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. I'm not sorry. I had something to say, and somebody needed to hear it, or else it wouldn't got dropped into here and into here unless it needed to be out there. So there you have it for whoever needed it. No, I did not get this dress made for me. Thank you. As a matter of fact, this is my daughter's dress. She's probably going to watch this live. And thanks, Jamie. Yeah, I don't know why. That goes back to the ego too, girl. Don't say sorry, James said. Yeah, I'm always like, I'm sorry because I feel like I go on and on and on. But at the same time, I'm like, you know what? Why am I even apologizing? But yes, I'll apologize to you, Tori Casey Young. If you watch this playback, you're like, Mom, you're in my dress. And I'm like, yeah, I am. Thanks for letting me borrow it. I'm a 21-year-old daughter. So yes. All right. So I love you guys. Thanks for hanging out. Jake saying hi to you, Jamie. Oh, look at this. See, that's what I mean. I love it. Oh my gosh, I saw Alicia Busick on here the other day. I'm Randy Watson. Lucinda. I always say Lucinda. Lucinda. I know your name. I'm sorry I say that, but yeah, it's just like I see these people. I see everybody from back home, and oh my God, it seriously warms my heart. For those of you who don't know, I'm from West Virginia. We call it West by God, Virginia, because by God, it was one of the best places. If y'all don't agree, hey, Adrian. It was wonderful for me anyway. My personal opinion of it is it was a wonderful, wonderful place to grow up. I wouldn't have changed it for anything. I loved everything about it. It gave me some very humble beginnings and some super good roots. And yeah. So when I see people from back home, I'm like, oh my gosh, hey. So yeah, y'all. And everybody's gone so many different places. Oh my gosh. Sunita and Radha and everybody. Anyways. So Jessica Kava, Kessner, Eric Kessner, everybody. Oh, y'all. I'm sorry if I'm forgetting you, but shout out to Wild Wonderful West Virginia and John Marshall. Amen, J.M. Marnock. All right, I gotta go. All right, I'm sorry. Here we have it. Here we go. Y'all know what I'm doing. I'm going to send y'all some good vibes. Ooh, I'm getting my hands warmed up. I have so much good energy going on right now. I can't even contain it. Could we bottle it and sell it? Put it on a shelf? That'd be amazing. All right, good vibes. Sending y'all lots of good vibes. Show me some love if you like this and it resonated with you. I love you guys. And I'm sending y'all peace, love, and happiness. Snooches.